Moving abroad was supposed to save me money. Nobody mentioned the $12,000 in surprise costs before my new life even started. Visa lawyers, double taxation, a credit score that vanished overnight. If you're planning a move overseas, these are the hidden costs that blindside almost everyone, and exactly how to prepare for them. When people calculate the cost of moving abroad, they think about rent, food, and flights. Maybe a visa fee. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real costs sit below the surface. In 2026, the average international relocation costs between $8,000 and $15,000 in hidden expenses alone, and that's before your first month's rent. We're talking visa processing fees that stack up to $3,000. International bank transfers eating 3 to 5% of every transaction. Tax obligations in two countries simultaneously. Health insurance gaps that could bankrupt you with a single hospital visit. Over the next 15 minutes, I'm breaking down every hidden cost category with real dollar amounts and the exact strategies to slash each one. No vague advice, just hard numbers. Let's start with the cost everyone underestimates: visas. A standard work visa application runs $200 to $500, but that's just the government fee. You'll need document authentication, running $50 to $150 per document. Certified translations at $30 to $80 per page. Apostille stamps at $15 to $30 each. Most countries require a background check, another $50 to $200. And if your case is complex, an immigration lawyer charges $1,500 to $5,000. Here's what really stings: visa renewals. Every 1 to 3 years, you repeat most of this process. Thailand's retirement visa costs about $600 annually when you include insurance requirements. Portugal's D7 visa renewal runs $300 plus mandatory health insurance at $100 per month. Here's a tip most people miss. Before you leave, get extra certified copies of everything. Birth certificates, marriage certificates, diplomas. Getting them apostilled from abroad costs 3 times more and takes months instead of days. Budget at least $2,000 to $4,000 for your first year's visa and legal costs. Healthcare is where the hidden costs get dangerous. Your home country insurance probably won't cover you abroad, and most destination country plans won't cover pre-existing conditions for the first 6 to 12 months. International health insurance like Cigna Global or Allianz Care runs $2,000 to $8,000 per year, depending on your age and coverage level. Safety Wing is cheaper at $45 to $85 per month, but has lower coverage limits. The gap period is what catches people off guard. Between leaving your home coverage and qualifying for local health care, you're essentially self-insured. A hospital visit during this window can cost $5,000 to $50,000 out of pocket. Prescription transfers are another hidden cost. Many medications require a new local prescription, meaning doctor visits at $50 to $200 each, plus some medications simply aren't available in certain countries. Start your international insurance 30 days before you leave, not after. That gap coverage has saved more expats than any other single expense. Budget $3,000 to $6,000 for your first year's healthcare transition. Your bank account doesn't move with you, and neither does your financial identity. Opening a bank account abroad typically requires proof of local address, a tax identification number, and sometimes a minimum deposit of $500 to $5,000. International wire transfers charge $25 to $50 per transfer, plus a hidden 1 to 3% exchange rate markup. That means sending $5,000 costs you $75 to $200 in fees alone. Your credit history? It stays in your home country. In your new country, you start from zero. No credit cards, no loan eligibility, no ability to finance anything. Use Wise or Revolut for international transfers. They charge 0.4 to 0.7% versus the 3 to 5% traditional banks charge. I've saved over $2,000 in my first year just from this one switch. Many expats maintain bank accounts in both countries, doubling their monthly fees. Factor in $500 to $1,500 for your first year's banking and currency costs, and potentially thousands more in unfavorable exchange rate timing. Shipping your life across an ocean isn't cheap. A 20-foot container from the US to Europe costs $3,000 to $8,000. To Southeast Asia for $1,000 to $10,000. And that's just the shipping. Customs duties add 5 to 20% of your declared value. Insurance on the shipment runs another 2 to 3%. Port handling fees add $200 to $500 per end. Many expats don't realize that certain items are restricted or prohibited. Electronics, medications, food products, and even specific furniture materials can be seized at customs, and you won't get a refund. The painful math most people avoid. If your belongings are worth less than $5,000 total, it's almost always cheaper to sell everything and buy new at your destination. Shipping costs plus customs duties plus insurance often exceed replacement value. Budget $2,000 to $10,000 for shipping or $1,000 to $3,000 for the sell and rebuy approach. Taxes are the hidden cost that can turn your affordable dream into a financial nightmare. Many countries tax worldwide income, not just local income. If you're American, you're taxed on global earnings no matter where you live, though the foreign earned income exclusion covers the first $126,500 in 2026. But you still need to file, and international tax preparation costs $500 to $3,000 annually. For non-Americans, your home country may still claim taxes for 1 to 5 years after you leave. The UK taxes departing residents on capital gains. Canada has a departure tax on unrealized gains. Australia taxes residents for tax purposes even while living abroad. Then there's the destination country's tax system. Some countries offer special expat tax regimes. Portugal's INCHAR program offered a 20% flat tax. Italy offers a 7% tax for retirees moving to small towns. Panama's Friendly Nations visa comes with territorial taxation, meaning foreign income is tax-free. Hire a cross-border tax specialist before you move, not after. One consultation at $300 to $500 can save you $5,000 to $20,000 in unexpected tax liabilities. Budget $1,000 to $3,000 per year for international tax compliance. Finding a place to live abroad comes with costs you'd never face at home. Security deposits run 2 to 3 months' rent in most European countries. In Japan, you'll pay key money, a non-refundable gift to the landlord equal to 1 to 2 months' rent. In Dubai, many landlords require the full year's rent up front. Furnished apartments cost 30 to 60% more monthly, but unfurnished means spending $2,000 to $5,000 on basics. Mattress, kitchen supplies, bathroom essentials. Utility setup fees add $100 to $500, electricity, gas, water, and internet deposits. Many countries require a local guarantor for your lease. Without one, agencies charge $300 to $800 for guarantee services. Budget $3,000 to $8,000 for housing setup in your first month alone, on top of regular rent. The first 3 months in any new country are the most expensive months you'll ever spend there. You don't know the local tricks yet. You're paying tourist prices for food because you haven't found the local markets. You're taking taxis because you haven't figured out the bus routes. You're eating out because your kitchen isn't stocked. In Bangkok, the difference between tourist spending and local expat spending is about 40%. In Lisbon, it's nearly 50%. In Mexico City, newcomers spend roughly 35% more than established expats. This adjustment premium typically costs $500 to $2,000 extra over your first 3 months. Temporary housing while apartment hunting adds another $30 to $100 per night for weeks. Join expat Facebook groups 2 months before your move. The locals know best recommendations for groceries, transport, and services will save you hundreds in your first month alone. Budget $1,500 to $4,000 for your 90-day adjustment period. Your phone plan streaming subscriptions, and digital life all need rebuilding abroad. International SIM cards run $20 to $50 per month for decent data. Your Netflix, Spotify, and other streaming accounts may lose content libraries when you change countries. VPN services to access home content cost $5 to $15 per month. Two-factor authentication tied to your old phone number becomes a nightmare. Some banking and government services require a home country phone number, forcing you to maintain a $15 to $30 per month plan in your origin country. Software licenses may need upgrading for different regions. Business tools like Microsoft 365 or Adobe Creative Cloud sometimes restrict access from certain countries. Budget $500 to $1,000 annually for the tech transition and ongoing dual-country digital costs. This is the cost nobody puts in spreadsheets, but it's real. Building a new social network from zero takes energy, time, and money. Co-working spaces to combat isolation run $100 to $300 per month. Language classes to connect with locals cost $200 to $600 for a basic course. Social activities, meetup groups, hobby clubs, and dining out with new friends all cost more when you're actively building relationships. Studies show expats spend 30 to 50% more on social activities in their first year compared to established residents. Then there's the flights home. Family emergencies, weddings, holidays. You'll fly back more than you planned. Budget 1 to 3 round-trip flights home per year at $500 to $1,500 each. The emotional cost is harder to quantify, but expat burnout is real. Therapy or counseling abroad runs $60 to $150 per session. Budget $2,000 to $5,000 for social rebuilding in your first year. If you have children, international schools are the single largest hidden cost. Annual tuition ranges from $5,000 to $30,000 depending on the country and school quality. Even in affordable destinations like Thailand, a decent international school costs $8,000 to $15,000 per year per child. For adults, language learning is an investment you can't skip. Locals treat you differently when you speak even basic phrases. Group classes run $200 to $500 per month. Private tutors charge $15 to $50 per hour. Language apps are the cheapest option at $5 to $15 per month, but won't get you conversational. Budget $500 to $2,000 for adult language learning in your first year and $5,000 to $15,000 per child for education. Financial advisors recommend 3 to 6 months of expenses as an emergency fund. For expats, the number should be 6 to 12 months. Here's why. You're in a foreign legal system with limited rights. A visa issue could force you to leave the country within days. Medical emergencies may require evacuation at $25,000 to $100,000. Legal problems require local attorneys at rates you didn't budget for. Emergency repatriation, the cost of moving everything back home if things go wrong, runs $5,000 to $15,000. Pet relocation alone costs $1,000 to $5,000. Keep 3 months of expenses accessible in your home country currency and 3 months in local currency. If your bank account gets frozen or you lose access, that home country buffer is your lifeline. Budget a minimum emergency fund of $10,000 to $20,000, kept liquid and accessible from both countries. Now that you know the real costs, here's how to minimize them. Step 1. Start your paperwork 6 months before your move date. Rush processing doubles every fee. Step 2. Use Wise or Revolut from day 1. The currency savings alone cover the annual fee 10 times over. Step 3. Get international health insurance 30 days before departure. Never have a coverage gap. Step 4. Ship only what's irreplaceable. Sell the rest and buy locally. Step 5. Book temporary housing for 2 weeks minimum while apartment hunting. Never sign a lease sight unseen. Step 6. Budget $15,000 to $25,000 above your moving costs for the hidden expenses we've covered today. The total hidden cost of moving abroad ranges from $10,000 to $35,000 depending on your destination, family size, and lifestyle. The good news? These costs are front-loaded. After your first year, most of them disappear, and you're left with the lower cost of living, higher quality of life, and freedom you moved for in the first place. If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe and the bell so you never miss a breakdown like this. Drop a comment. What's the one hidden cost that surprised you most? And if you know someone planning a move abroad, share this video. It could save them thousands.